Good day. I'm Mike James, and this is Parkitect. Welcome back, everybody. Hope you are having a great day. Today we're going to do a little building. I've been trying to do this a couple times, and I actually made one with kind of a I don't know, Cinco de Mayo theme a couple months ago. I didn't make a video on it, but it inspired me. And this time I want to do a little open air rooftop cafe. You can see it there at the top right of the screen, and keep in mind that, of course, as with all these buildings that you can design with me, you can make them any color you want. Some people don't particularly love the color choices I go with. I have a problem where if something looks too much like something else, I feel like, oh no, I want to make it different, and then you make it different, it doesn't look as good. Today we're going to go with just a basic color scheme of just a tan and maybe a green, and I'm going to show you a couple tricks that I've learned along the way. Hopefully these tricks can really help you when making your own buildings. Keep in mind, you don't have to just make the building that I'm making. You could take some of the things that I do when I make my building, some of the little tricks or methods I use, and design your own buildings. And you can keep them for yourself, or you can upload them to the Parkitect Nexus so everyone else can enjoy it. So we've got a really great show for you today. Don't forget, if you like the show, hit that subscribe button or leave me a comment down below. But enough of this talking. Let's get right into it. All right, so here we are in an empty park. And first thing I do is, you notice I clear out the texture that they put on the ground there, and that's real easy to do. Just either lay down a grass texture over it and it deletes all the extra stuff, or you can actually just smooth the terrain out and it'll delete it automatically. Now we're going to start off, we're going to use a corner entrance here, so I'm going to use things out of the regular building set number 1, and just have some nice open windows, and then just square off the building. So not a real big building. Makes it a little bit challenging sometimes. As you can see, I'm making it 2 stories tall. If you make it just 1 story tall, I really don't think it looks quite as good. But I fill up the top because this is going to be where our open air cafe is going to be. Now in the bottom there, I'm leaving these 2 open squares. The one under the stairs you can use for a vending machine. Not much else will fit under the stairs, and on the other one you can make it whatever you want. Using the brick building set to half-height walls to make that just a border to make the building look a little more unique. I tried putting a full-size wall here, but that went up too high, so I'm just going to use 2 quarter-height walls out of building set number 1. And building set number 1, if you're not familiar, is it's two colors, one for the inside, one for the outside, but there's no real texture to it. It's just a smooth wall. So didn't want to do anything too crazy here. Just the bricks will be our only real texture on this. And then I use the same walls here to kind of cover up the railings. Now, one of the new updates that's coming out soon, probably the end of this month, beginning of next month, and that would be June, is that when you build build a road, if you put a fence around that road, it'll delete that default railing, so it won't look so bad. Now, I just put a little caps at the top of the building, just kind of finish it off and give me something to make a little, I guess, something with a little contrast to it. And of course, I put in the windows here. Now you notice the road was a little too far. I want to leave a space here between the windows and the building, the road and the building, the path and the building, because I want to put some of this down here. And this is out of building set number 2. It's kind of hidden in there. It is the one really cool path cover that we have that's multicolored like tiles. And so I put that on here, and I want to show you that because this original path covers that we use, the ones that come generic orange, are actually a little higher up than all the other path covers, so you can actually round out this square path cover, and it really looks really good because you can, now it looks like the like the tile is curved. It's not just squared off. And yeah, I know the game is pretty much an isometric square view, but I like to curve things off with the path covers as much as I can. Now, I was going through here, looking through the Chinese scenery or the Asian scenery, and I was thinking about maybe using the stair covers they have, and I think it looks okay. You know, once I get the colors right, it'll look okay. And the idea here, I have these set for a really fine height gradient, so it's a little difficult sometimes to get it right where I want it. And then we're just going to cover the rest of the roof with some path covers as well. Now, the neat thing about this is it's an actual path up there, so your peeps are going to go up there. It's not just a building with a flat roof. It's a building that peeps can go and sit inside. Now here, this is out of building set number 2. If you scroll all the way down to building set number 2, and I had to hit Alt-8 to kind of get this really, really fine change, and they still don't fit perfectly. Some of them stick out a little more than others, but it looks pretty good. As long as you don't get in real close, you're not going to notice. But the idea here, well, you will notice if you'll see when I get to the ones that stick in a little more, it kind of shows through the opposite side. But it's okay. It looked good. But I want something a little more interesting. You know, I wanted to add just something a little more decorative to the top. It's these little decorations that you put in your buildings that really make them stand out, at least to me. And you notice I go all the way around the building, and I'm just making sure I keep the spacing as even as I can. Spacing isn't perfect when you get to the corners, but it's real close, and it looks really nice. Now, you might have noticed with this corner I built in here, where it's kind of cut in, that I have this space, and I'm going to put a little rounded roof. Now, for the bottom, I just use another roof. You're not going to see the top of the bottom roof. The top of the bottom roof. That's some great English there. But the idea is just an easy way to make that without having to worry about going to another set. You know, you're not going to see the inside of that anyway. And what I want to do here is I'm using these offset things right out of the dining set. And I just put them there. And that's why, keep in mind, there's no road there. No road. No path where that is. And on the top floor here, I'm using the dining set. The chairs that sit right in the middle of a path. And then you go to the dining set, not in the path part of it, but in the actual, you know, just decorations, and just get some tables and plop them down. The tables aren't functional, but they look like they're functional. That there is a new garbage can that just came out. New set came out, and they've got garbage cans in it. I think that's a really neat. It's kind of a big garbage can. You notice here I put a coffee vendor or a hot drink vendor, and then I put the vending machine. I do end up deleting those because I hate seeing those little notifications that, hey, they don't have any stock. Well, yeah, it's no paths connecting to where they can put stock in them. Anyway, here let's just put a little bit of a border around those styles I put at the top, and I think that really, really looks spiffy. And yes, I'm going to use the word spiffy. Now here it is all colored up. You'll notice I deleted the coffee shop and everything inside of it. But take a look at this. Now, you might not like the colors I chose. You notice I put some awnings. And to get the awnings small like that, I just kind of did them manually and kind of slid them into the building a little bit so they don't stick out so far. I think that looks a lot better. But you'll notice the coloration I did was just like a brownie tan for the bricks and the actual walls up top, and then green highlights for both the styles and the decorations at the top and the main walls at the bottom. Went with a little more of a blue for the tiles, and I just think it really looks nice. Tell me what you think. Leave me a comment down below. If you like the show, please subscribe. I appreciate all the subscriptions. You guys have been great. And I hope each and every one of you has a good one.
Come on.
What up?
Mira,